we have the central spiritual sun that pumps light. The first one pumps light. We have light. All lights originate from this light, even your mental light. Your mental light is from the sun. If you do not have communication with the sun, you do not have that mental light. The closer your communication, the better and more abundant is your light. Then you have the heart of the sun, which spreads to all atoms, cells, plants, animals, and human beings the essential love. You see this especially in spring. All are mating. That is a kind of love that they can transmit. Then there is deeper and deeper love. That love descends in your heart, and when it reaches a certain degree of intensity, you hook yourself with the heart of the sun, and the heart of the sun starts crime, suffering, and pain. The source is there. Only we need a little mechanism in our heart that is open, active, not rusty, not dusty. How can it be active? It can be active when you mentally, emotionally, and physically do not act against the principle of love. This is beautiful. That is the principle of love, and you know when you are thinking whether it is love or hatred or selfishness or greed or something else. You can stop your feelings that are based on hatred. You can stop your actions. I am acting, I am doing something, but is it motivated by love or motivated by something else? If you keep your heart clean for a while, which means if your heart always acts in the energy, in the atmosphere of love, it must rebuild itself, clean itself, and hook itself, key in itself with the universal heart, that is the sun's heart. Every time you look at the sun, see its heart talking to your heart. It is very beautiful, especially at sunset and at sunrise. Everything is fresh, beautiful. The sun is penetrating in you. Open yourself totally to the sun's influence so that light and love and power come to you. The third section is the central spiritual sun, which is the source of willpower. Willpower is the power to control yourself. You prevent yourself from falling into traps. You prevent yourself from falling into physical, emotional, and mental habits. It is so simple. Willpower says, do not smoke that. Willpower says, do not hate. Willpower says, do not think dirty thoughts. Willpower is the leader of the human being, of nation, of humanity, and in the sun it has its source. I'm going to repeat. Every time that you look at the sun, accept its light. Expose yourself, but not only physically. Do it also emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. See that its light is dissipating something in you. See that you are sitting in the light and you have all around you clouds, and then feel that this light is dissipating the clouds, the ugliness around you, maybe even in you. If you practice this, you will see that your nature is transforming. And who is doing it? It is your willpower. Your willpower is saying to stand in front of the rising sun and accept light all over. Accept love, and if there is anything in the corners of your heart that is hateful and ugly, wash it. Wash it. You do not need them because these are the seeds of sickness, of pain, and suffering for you. Why to have it? Clean it. You do not need to expend dollars, just open yourself. If the corridors of your mind are circulating some dirty energy that is separative, hateful, angry, fearful, jealous, let that light penetrate, love penetrate, and clean it. Then you can open yourself also to the third energy, the central spiritual sun, which is a tremendous energy. In esotericism, they say it Fohat. Fohat means universal cosmic energy. If you touch it, you transform or burn. You turn into ashes. That is why willpower is not given to average humanity. They must not misuse it. But if you, as a disciple, open it And if you, in your nature, physical, emotional, or mental nature, there is ugliness and dirt, it will create friction, and that friction will burn you. Early morning, when you are facing the sun, or in the evening when you see a beautiful sunset, or if you are sitting near the seashore and watching the sunset, say, "My Lord, fill my whole being with light and love and power, and do not let any corner be closed to this light, to this love, and to this power." This is how you can advance yourself. There are three constellations that provide the sun with these energies. The first is Cancer. Cancer comes to the outer sun and it does some magical work there. The sun has lots of pollution. For example, in the year 2000, the solar winds are going to come. Already, authorities have started to warn people. Then there are solar spots, huge, covering millions of miles. Solar spots are going to happen. Cancer is hitting the sun at that time and creating cleansing so that the new century opens for the sun a clear and beautiful way. We must think about it. If the sun is going through a shower, a steam bath, what about me? That is why I wrote the book The Year 2000 and After. This book shows what will happen after the year 2000. We are told in very high level writings that Cancer's energy circulates in the sun, and then after 7 times, this circulation goes to the earth. Should I continue?
Yeah, thank you so much, Rama. Now, what we'll do is listen to we will listen to some music. Today, being the summer solstice, what actually happens is today is the uh, daytime is the maximum within the year. So the sun light which is coming to the earth is maximum. So the day is bigger than when compared to any other day of the year. So what happens is sun is at the top, at the Cancer, Tropic of Cancer. Sun is there at the Tropic of Cancer. Now after today, that is June 21, sun will go south side. So today is called as Dakshinayana. That means the sun will go towards the south. So this period of movement of the relative position of the sun from northern part of the hemisphere to the southern part, that is called as Dakshinayana. So this period is very important for purification. So all the sadhakas, they do purification during this process. That means the amount of effort which you can put, or the amount of sadhana which you can put consciously, that comes into perspective here, because there are certain things which we can do, and after that we have to leave the results to come. So it is something like this: you sow a seed and put water, manure, and give it proper sunlight. Consider this as your conscious efforts. But after you put seed, water, sunlight, the fruit and the flower will come automatically. So those things are not there in our hands. So the conscious effort which you put, that comes under perspective during this process of Dakshinayana, which is movement of the sun from northern part of the hemisphere to the southern part. That means between the dates June 21st till December 21st, this is the period where you have to put conscious efforts, and this is very important for purification, right? And so what we will do is, today being the sun at the highest point at the Tropic of Cancer, it's all about the sun. So the sun represents the energy, the light, the wisdom aspect. As you have read, sun contains three aspects: light, love, and willpower. Okay, center of light, center of love, and central spiritual sun. You can see here central spiritual sun. So this is a will aspect of the sun. So what we will do today is we will try to meditate as well as listen to Torkum sir's music. One of the music I will play, which is just 2 to 3 minutes, it is about the sun. Okay, and after that we'll do meditation. Can you get the sound? Yeah. So now let us start meditation. In this meditation, we will be meditating on the seed thought: how in my life can I balance myself between willpower and light? How can I be love in all my expressions? I will be light. I'm muting everyone. I will be love. I will be energy. Think about this a few minutes. Okay. So it's all about how in my life can I balance myself between willpower and light? How can I be love in all my expressions? And I will be light, I will be love, and I will be energy. So it's all about love, light, and energy. So it's a very simple meditation, straightforward. So let us start meditation. Please sit straight. Have a smile on your face. Close your eyes. Just relax. Let us sound three ohms. With these three ohms, we invoke the light and heart and willpower of the sun. Let us say the following mantra: Lead us, O Lord, from darkness to light, from the unreal to the real, from death to immortality, from chaos to beauty. Now, let us meditate on the seed thought: how in my life can I balance myself between willpower and light? Let us take 1 minute and think about it. Light is intelligence. Now, think about how can I be love in all my expressions? How can I be love in all my expressions? Think about how can I be energy? Can you imagine that you are light? Christ said, I am the light of the world. Can you imagine that you are light? Imagine you are light. Now, look at yourself as love. If you are love, what do you do? Do you have loving actions, loving thoughts, loving emotions? Think about it. Look yourself as love, and what do you do? What kind of actions you do? What kind of thoughts and emotions you have? Now, look at yourself as energy. Look at yourself as energy. Try to think how to balance these in your relationships and communication so that you reflect the sun. How must you purify your mind, your heart, and your highest head center, which is the will? I'm repeating. Try to think how to balance these in your relationships and communication so that you reflect the sun. How must you purify your mind, your heart, and your highest head center, which is the will? Try to think about balancing light, love, and willpower in your relationships and communication. Now, imagine the Gemini constellation and inhale 3 times its energy. Deep inhalation, light. I'm repeating. Imagine the Gemini constellation and inhale 3 times its energies. The, the first one, the first breath is inhalation of light. Now, love. Inhale love. Fill all your being with love. Now, fill all your being with energy. Inhale energy and feel it within your entire body mind. Let us say the following mantra. Please repeat after me. Let vision come and insight. Try to visualize if possible. Let the future stand revealed. Let inner union demonstrate? Outer cleavages be gone. Let love prevail. Let all men love. Now, let us say the great invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men. The purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center, which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out. And may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Let us now sound three ohms. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, uh, do you want to listen to great invocation music by Torkum sir? Do you want to listen? I'll play.
Within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth from the point of love. Within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wheels of men. The purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center, which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth.
Thank you so much. How did you find the music?
Music was very good. The sun music also was very good initially.
Yeah. So once we listen to that sun music, our mind will be tuned to the energies of the sun. There is a speciality of this music. It is not an ordinary music actually. Actually, there is a process of how Torkum sir creates these musics. What he does is he will imagine and visualize the concept of his music. Let us assume he is trying to create a music of the sun. So he will meditate, visualize, imagine the sun and its energy. And once he does it, he becomes a kind of a conduit of the energy of the sun. And in one of the books, he mentions that when he does these meditations, he feels a tremendous amount of energy around his head here, and that energy he will take it down and put it in the books. He will take that energy and translate that energy into music. So in this music, the energy of the master is there. That means, see, scientifically, if you see, it is just a piece of sound, some frequency, some decibels, some amplitude, some impedance, and XYZ, pitch, and etc. But this particular physical things which you say, they are like a receptacle, they are like a cup inside which the energy is stored. And that energy is important. I'll give you one more example. The same music, if I or some other person does it, it will not have the same impact of the same music done by Torkum sir, because the energy which he puts within the music is different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll give you one more example. Now, for example, there is prasad. We take prasad from house, we prepare it, prepare some food in our house, and we go and give it in a temple. And after a chedava, and after we do arati and everything, you taste the same food. That will be different. The taste of it will be different. The reason for that is energy. So it's like we are energizing some material. When this energization, when this energization happens, the entire quality of that material will change. So when we meditate, or when we listen to these music, or when we read any spiritual books, what is happening to us is our physical body, our blood, our entire body mind system will be imbued with these higher vibrations. And slowly and steadily, you will see lot of changes. The first change is your BP, hormones, and all the endocrine hormones and etc. Those changes you can measure easily. And then you can easily measure how you feel within your mind. There is a calmness, there is lot of confidence, there is lot of willpower, energy, and all these things. And then there is another level of changes which you will find, and that is at the spiritual level. And these are very difficult to identify, very subtle changes, difficult to identify. But over a period of time, when you start doing this meditations, book reading, listening to music, then you will identify that particular spiritual subtle change, the shift which happened over a period of time in your life. And that is important, right? So today, yes, even the great invocation music was amazing. So the chorus which
Very,
is, yeah,
Yeah, very.
very nice.
yeah. Actually, Torkum sir can play many musical instruments too, and he's a composer, and then he's also very good in dancing. He teaches sacred temple dances to his group of students. And I'll tell you about dancing. There is a beautiful book of Torkum sir called as Creative Sound. Okay, Creative Sound. It's a very huge, some 300-400 pages book, big book, not a small one, big book. It contains all about music, dance, and how can one use music and dance for spiritual growth. And there is lot of information regarding temple dances, especially the Indian classical dances, Indian classical music.
Yeah.
And there are certain dances by Gurdjieff. There's a spiritual great teacher. His name is Gurdjieff, George Ivanovich Gurdjieff. If you read Journey of a Remarkable Man, I may not be correct, just Google it, Journey of a Remarkable Man. You will get his entire video. It's a very nice video. Rekha ji, once I told Rekha ji, she saw it, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the point is, there are certain movements of the body which can actually transmit the visions, the purpose. Like, for example, when there is a classical dance, that classical dance has a meaning. It could be about some story of Mahabharata, some story of Ramayana, some character of a god or something. So when that is expressed by the way of physical dance, that energy is channelized through the dancer, and that energy goes into the people who are seeing the dance. Like this, great energies can be downloaded. Energies coming from hierarchy and Shambhala can also be downloaded through this process, because individually it is not easy to digest these energies, which are very, very, very intense, and individual person cannot handle these energies. So as a group, it is only possible as a group, right? So today being the June 21st, which is summer solstice, it is a great opportunity to contemplate about light, the love, and willpower. So yeah, you can share your experiences, like how did you feel about music, about meditation, about the text which we read, about the sun.
Yeah, whenever I go for a morning walk, whenever I see the rising sun, there is a very positive energy. I feel like I bow down to the sun whenever I have first sight. Even I find the sunset equally beautiful, and I really feel so calm and so peaceful. And I love to watch sunrise and sunset whenever I get chance. It's a different kind of energy. It's really such a positive energy you get from this sun. Na?
Yeah, yeah. And one more
And music
music. Yeah,
and music is divine. We all know when we listen to the music, there is another kind of feeling. The divine music,
yes,
I must say.
yeah, yeah. So it's also a plus for us to listen to Torkum's music. And many people have experienced a lot of changes within their mind. There over a period of time, as people listen to this music, they experience a lot of clarity within their mind, and it helps in our meditations too. Because sound actually uh, is if you take your mind, you are always chattering within your mind. There is always thoughts going on, and every thought creates a sound. You see, when we talk with ourselves, we talk in our mother tongue, and we create a lot of sounds within our brain, within our minds, right? So the sound can really create lot of blocks, and those sounds can clear the blocks. So Torkum's music can really help us. Yes.
When we listen to this Om Mane Padmane, this Buddhist
Om
music,
Mani
it was
Padme.
really divine, and
Yeah.
it was really so soothing, and it was
Yeah.
very nice.
You want to listen to Om Mani Padme Hum?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you unmute yourself? Yeah, it was. How was it? How was Om Mani Padme Hum?
Excellent.
It's like it's taking to some other state of mind.
Divine.
Yeah.
Divine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can feel that energy.
I feel like I'm in mountains and
It's good that if we listen to this for 2 minutes before meditation, it's really helpful.
Okay.
Yeah. So, thank you so much for joining. Is there anything you want to share? You can go on. All good? Yeah.
All good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please take care. Pranams.
amazing.
We'll meet again soon.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you so much.